Hello, it's Rena with Lilo Crafts, and today I am coming on for the first time to participate in Roxy's weekly challenge. And what she does is she sets her timer for like 40 minutes and tries to mass make as much of a single style as possible. And so this week she did time cards, and so I had time cards in my stash, and so these come from the Dollar Tree, so they are not vintage. And in the pack of the time cards came several different styles. You can see there's red, there's green, there's this one with like the bolder ones. So I just took out a couple of each one, and my goal is to try and make 6. So we'll see how that goes. So the first thing I am going to do is cut these down to size. So I measured them and they are a little bit more than 9 inches. So I need to take off about 1 inch of each of these. So I'm just going to take off just like a random amount. They do not all have to be the same size. Okay, and this over here. And I am using a metal ruler for this, and I like that on the bottom that it says total, so I'm going to take off some from the top. And what we are making are journaling cards, so really fun journaling cards that will be going in to a journal. And I am working on making ephemera for a botanical journal, so that is what I want my next journal to be, or I'm trying to make maybe a couple of them as botanical journals. Okay, so now I've got all my pieces here, and the next thing that what I want to do is ink up the edges. So here we go. Okay, so I've got all my edges inked up, and the first thing that she did was to take some book page and put it on the item. So I've got this great aged book page here. So I'm just gonna tear off like 6 pieces here. And you have the ones with the words. Okay. So I've got 6 here, and the next thing we're going to do, because we are doing this as a mass make, I am going to do one step at a time and then do that throughout it all. Okay, so this looks like that is going to fit perfect. So what I want to do, I love that this edge is already tattered like that, but I want to do the same on the bottom. So I'm just going to tear this with my hands. And I'm going to save the pieces that are a little bit larger because I can stamp on those and use them later. And so that looks good. I'm going to tear down this side also. And then I think that can go like that and then wrap around to the back because this one is plain. So that one is good. So let me go ahead. I'm going to tear down the side over here, and I am making it messy because I want it to look like it was torn and just wrapped around on the back. So that one's good. It'll just wrap around the top. I think this is the one that has, yeah, it has printing on the back. Okay. Here's the next one. So how are you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. I have been so blessed to have my son and my daughter-in-law here visiting from California, and my daughter-in-law left yesterday and my son will be leaving late this afternoon. So I am filming this, and I have been filming while they have been asleep. So it's pretty early here in the morning in Tennessee. And we've been doing all kinds of fun things. One of the most fun things that I loved was not last night, but the night before. Our sweet son, he's a really great cook, and he cooked for all of us. So that was awesome. It was awesome to eat his delicious cooking. I've got all those pieces, and so the next step in this mask making process is to glue them on. So I'm going to go ahead and get my glue stick out here, and I am going to glue the back here. Okay. And I do want to leave different parts of this. So let's see here. Okay. We'll put it on like that, and we'll just wrap that around. No, I'm going to take that off. It's hard to tell that that's a time card, so I want it to be the time card showing. So I'm going to put it this way so I can try and get some of that in and out showing. Whoops, it's upside down. Okay, what I love about this glue stick, as well as like liquid glue, is it does give you a little more time, so if you mess up, like I just did, or change your mind, you can fix it. Okay, there we go. Okay, one down. Okay, on this one, I think I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to glue onto this side. Okay, so what I do want to say is that if you do not have time cards, you know, I'm all about crush or stash. Oops, crush or stash this year. So just use anything you have. So I would just go into your stack of cardstock and find a piece of, you know, scrapbook paper that you already have and go ahead and use that. Now you can see I tore this brittle paper, which is okay with me. I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And it's still a little bit too long on the back, so I'll just tear that piece off. Okay, so nothing is about anything needing to be exact, but so let's see here. Oh, that's going to look good like that. I'm not an exact crafter, and this is the first kind of video I am trying like this, you guys, so let me know if you like it or not, where I am trying to do some chit chat with you while I am crafting. So I really don't do craft with me videos much, but I am wanting to see if that is something that you want. And then also I will be focusing more on mass make projects that are simple, and know that one of the things that I like to do is to create things that have good impact but are simple to make. So you're not going to find a lot of super complicated projects if you are new to my channel. And thank you so much for all my new subscribers. I really appreciate you. And I have to say, I especially appreciate all of you who have been with me for a while. So thank you so, so much for coming back and seeing what I am up to. Okay. So I'm going to put that right over that. Okay. I need another glue page here. And this is our last one. And I'm going to put this on this side. Okay. This is super fun to be able to see these different items. And so if you have anything, even if you have packaging that is thicker that you want to go ahead and use, because I do think like tags and journaling cards, sometimes it's nicer if they are a little bit thicker. Okay, so we've got our first layer on, which is book page. Okay, the next thing that she did was she took her digitals of postcards and utilized those to add another layer. I don't have anything like that. I don't have digitals yet, maybe in the future. So I found this in my stash, which is handmade paper, and I thought that would be really cool. So I'm going to just tear down some of this handmade paper, and I like leaving that signature line showing. And so I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to just tear off all of the edges because I want them a little bit more raggedy. Okay, like that. Okay, so that's really cool. And I'll probably put this And then again, wrap that on the back. Okay, awesome. All right, I'm gonna take another piece of this and go ahead and tear it down. And when I am tearing this, I want to tear off more of the white, and I definitely want to leave these little leaves and flowers that are in here that they left in here. I think those are really pretty and super interesting. Okay, got another one here. All right. Oh, and tear across the bottom here. Okay. So tell me, what have you guys been up to? For me, having my son and my daughter-in-law here, we bought their plane tickets here as their Christmas present from us so that we could see them. So it was just so nice. We have lived out here now for 9 months, so it's been a bit since I've been able to see my sweet son and my daughter-in-law, and they look so happy together, which just makes my heart sing that they are happy together. So they celebrated 1 year of marriage, and that was in September. And so when I look back on my husband's and I's marriage, and we have been married for, I think, 33 years now, we had a difficult first year. I was difficult. I was very difficult. So it is so neat to see that they have weathered that first year so much better than we did, and I'm so happy for them. I'm so happy for them. I think that my son looks the happiest that I have seen him in a long time. So that's really, really sweet. It makes me love my daughter-in-law all the more. Okay, all right, so now we've got our 6 pieces on like this, and we are going to go ahead and glue those down. I've got my glue page here, and this is a little thicker, so I want to make sure that I put a lot of glue on these, and want to leave that signature line showing, so I'm just going to do that and wrap that around. Okay, so good. Okay, now just know that I'm trying to keep that 40-minute mark in mind also. Okay, I'm going to put this one a little more down on the bottom and wrap that around. Okay, great. Okay, so yesterday I cooked French toast and Canadian bacon for breakfast, which was really yummy and fun to eat together. And today, my son said that he wants to drive the tractor. Now, we call it the tractor. It's just a ride lawnmower tractor style. It's a John Deere. But, you know, those of us who are from California, we've never done anything like that because you don't even have any land to be able to need something like that, need that kind of equipment. So it'll be super fun. He said, oh, I want to ride that tractor. I want to ride that tractor. So we will be filming him. He wants a film of him doing that, or his wife really wanted that. She's like, I've got to see that. I've got to see that. So she went home yesterday because she is going back to work today, and our son is a musician. And so he is actually flying out from here to go onto a gig that is in Las Vegas. So he's flying straight from here to Vegas, and then he will be doing his gig tomorrow, and then he will be taking off from there. So we get an extra day with him, so that's really fun too. Okay, all right, so we've got those pieces on now. Now, the next thing that she did was to add a botanical, and she has all kinds of beautiful digitals again that she printed off, but I don't have anything like that. So I am using a book that I got from a used bookstore. This is Ortho's All About Bulbs, and this one I got on their, last chance cart, which is 25 cents. Yes, 25 cents for the whole book. So I went through and I picked out images, and I picked out a few words in case I use some of these words. And so I fussy cut them out already just to save some time. I don't know if that's cheating a little bit, but I didn't think you would want to see me fussy cutting here. So I've got this one, lavender. That could go really nice like that. And I really want to use this. This is a ginger piece. Oh, that looks so good on there. And I think I cut out some words, so I'm going to put with that. Okay, and let's see here. All right. Oh, it's too bad. I'm going to lose some of my bulbs because of the way I cut these down, but that's okay. I'm going to put it on this one right here. Oh, I think that's going to look so pretty. What do you think? Okay, and then I've got a pink one, a tulip. That's sweet. Okay, I'm down to my daffodils and my geraniums over here. So I have that, or I can put like a whole big picture here as well. I think I'm gonna stick with the big image as the focal point. Okay, so I've got these picked out. So the next thing we're gonna do is we are going to glue them down. Okay, that was my cap of my glue onto the floor. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this down here and press it down. Oh, I think that looks so pretty. Okay, great. So let me do one more here. And one of the things that, if you have an image like this and you are trying to fussy cut that image out and you're gonna cut away some of the space in the middle, you want to do that before you clip all the outside, because if you clip all the outside, you just don't have a lot to hold on to. So it makes it harder to clip on the inside. And I do like being able to clip on the inside so you can see. So I'm going to cut that off, but I will do that at the end. Let's flip this over and we're going to glue our tulip. Okay. I have to say, it was so super fun to be going through these books. I knew that I wanted botanical, and so I was able to find 2 books at my local resale. Well, it's actually not that local, but when I am in this town of Lebanon, it's probably about 35 minutes from where I live. I try to always go by this little independently owned bookstore, and it's called Harper's Books. And so I love their store. So I always try and go. I always find things on the little cart, whether it's a book that I can alter. Oh, beautiful, so beautiful. Or if it is a book of theme like this one about bulbs. But you cannot beat 25 cents for a book that you're gonna take images out of, because even if you have digitals, you still have to pay for some of the ink, and this way I didn't even have to pay for any of the ink, and I had it in my stash. So I love that I'm able to use what was in my stash already. Okay, last one right here. So let me flip this over and we will put this down. Okay, now know that if you wanted to turn these, I want to see a little bit of that. that. So I'm gonna kind of put it over to the side so I see those bits in that handmade paper. Okay, so I think these cards are just gorgeous, so gorgeous. And then the last thing to do is to put like a label, is what she did. And of course, I don't have labels. So let's see here. I did cut out some words that I can put in, but I also got some little stamps out, used stamps from my stash that I could maybe add. So here's some of these used stamps that I thought might be pretty to add. This one I do have, it says Ginger Lily, and so this is right from the book. So I am going to get my scissors and I am going to cut out these words that say Ginger Lily right here. I'm going to take my ink and just ink it up so it's not quite so bright, and including the top of it. Okay, and where might this go well? You know, do you guys like bulbs? I love bulbs. In fact, the Stargazer lily is my favorite. Okay, so I'm gonna put it there, but it's gonna have to wrap around the page because my lily is set and I am not able to go ahead and put that there. So let's leave the name showing. That's what that line says up there, is name. And okay, I want the whole G to show. There we go. Okay, and I'm just gonna fold that around, wrap that right around. Oh, I love that. So perfect. Okay, so now we have this gorgeous tulip, and I am going to have to clip the bulb. That pains me. I loved the way that little root bulb looked. Okay, and I've got this word that says spring bulbs that I could put, or I can add it down here. What do you think? Okay, I think I like it here. So I'm going to not have this wrap around, so I'm gonna cut this just a hair on both sides. Again, I'm going to ink the edge just so that you don't see the white of the paper when you look at it. I'm gonna go ahead and take this, and I'm going to set it down here because you can see it a little bit more against the white. Oh, is that not gorgeous? Oh, so pretty. And if you wanted to take away some of the white, you could just take your little vintage photo and go inside of that. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Gorgeous. I think that's going to be my favorite one. Okay, so now I have this tulip, and let's see here. I wonder if this sweet stamp, okay, I'm going to cut this stamp right here. Okay, and okay, I think I'm going to add it up there. Or should I add it? No, yeah. I'm gonna put it right there. Okay, so I'm gonna put this one right here, like that. And then I've got this one too. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this one out. And you can see I just tore these off of junk mail envelopes. So when you get a nonprofit mail, sometimes, or charitable contribution mail, they don't re-stamp the stamps. I'm not sure why, but so I've got that one on there, and then I'm going to stack this up and to the corner like that. Okay, and again, I'm gonna ink this just a bit more. Whoops, just to add even a little bit more interest into the corners. Okay, just like that, and I'm probably gonna go right over that as well. Okay, where I wrap those things. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so we've got the daffodils here. We've got some excess. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut that. Okay, let's see here. Okay. I have these two. Those are cute, huh? Right down there. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this just a bit. Again, it's because these were on an envelope. So I'm just gonna cut some of that off. I am going to take my vintage photo and go around these little stamps. I just love when you can use your trash and your junky bits to turn them and add them in as beautiful items. So I think that's gonna look so pretty like that. So I'm just putting a little bit of glue onto the back of this. Okay, and I'm going to add this right between these two layers right there. Okay. Oh, so fun. So fun. I just love that. Okay, the final step, adding a bit more of this ink and especially darken the corners. I think that helps it look aged where our hands and our fingers might naturally go. Okay, and if I want a little in the middle. Okay, look at that. Oh my gosh, I think that's so pretty. Okay, we have two more. We have two more, and we're trying to make it to 40 minutes. So, okay. All right, let's do these two right here. These two. And the back is relatively plain. Or should I put the whole thing up here? Let's see. Oh, that one's kind of pretty. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is take this and combine it with this, but I'm gonna use this one because this one has like the postmark on it and the other one did not get the postmark. Okay, so I'm gonna ink this one up. Okay, I'm going to get my glue, run that right over that. Oops, I did not get this corner. Okay, I'm going to add that up here onto the top corner, and then I am gonna add this one, which is a different size, a smaller size, to do the staggering. And I am trying to bring in that same, you know, colors. It's to tie that together. So let's go ahead and ink up these edges, put a little ink on the stamp, run that right over the head of my glue stick, and I'm gonna put it just like that. Okay, oh, so pretty. Again, one last step over here. Okay. All right, so pretty, so pretty. And you know, I think these are such fun projects that if you wanted to do like on the weekend and work ahead, if you are making journals, this is super fun. If you are just trying to work ahead and try and include some journals into, or include some journal cards into your stash, I think this would be really, really cool. You know what? I just love this. Okay, I'm gonna cut this little piece down right here. I'm gonna start with this, and then I'm gonna decide if I wanna add anything else. But Again, this is just the postage cut right off of junk mail that comes. So I'm just running my glue stick on that. Top or the bottom? Okay, I'm gonna put it onto this side like that. And then I've got this little postage stamp right here that I'm going to just cut the edges on. Oops, a little bit crooked. Okay, let me ink this up. Okay, put this on my glue stick. Okay. And maybe add it right there onto the white space of that stamp. Okay, there you have it. Oh my goodness. Oh, let me do a little bit of inking. All right. Okay. So please tell me which one of these is your favorite one, and tell me if you are going to try making these beautiful journal cards. Okay, so I've got this one, and this one, and this one, and this beautiful floral. Oh, I think the tulip is my favorite. I love that, but the ginger, oh, so pretty as well. So there you have it. We have made 6 gorgeous journaling cards out of junky junk, out of time cards, out of thrifted items, and out of junk mail. So I hope you like these, and thank you so much for spending time with me today, and I hope you have an amazing day. Bye-bye.